Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here again, and I have a video on the Uncollected 3.1 Dragon Man boss, and this guy's a new champ for the month. Looks pretty interesting. He's got a note on him where he can get unstoppable. I don't recall what the name of it is. We'll see it in a second. So he's got aggressive, empowered immunity, fight or flight, that's the one, and then hard knock life. So when you block, when you parry, you can get a disorient. But when this timer is up, if you're close to him, he will get an unstoppable. If you're far away from him, you will get an unstoppable. So I first go in with Thing. I do have Mr. Fantastic on my team again. I really do like the Fantastic Four champs. They're really good. They're solid champions. They have really good utility, good attack. So I'm gonna go in with Thing. The one good thing about Thing is his specials. There's L1. L1 is it? He can do that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the blue icon where you can nullify unstoppables. So it can come in handy if Dragon Man does have it. Does get the unstoppable. You can see there I was far away when that unstoppable timer came up, so Thing got the unstoppable, and so here I'm trying to back up again. I get the unstoppable. So that's one thing that you just want to keep an eye out on, is to make sure you are knocking him down and are far away from him so that he can't get it. So here he gets it. The unstoppable isn't long, so he immediately threw a special one, and by the special one animation running out, it was over, so it wasn't that bad. So yeah, I'm just trying to stay away from him when he does get that unstoppable, or like that, fire off that L1, and I nullified it, so that's pretty sweet. His L1 is pretty easy to get away from. Basically just back up and you're good. You did see that L2 animation. I don't even recall too many L2s getting thrown. That might be the only one out of all of these fights. I don't know, we'll find out, but I don't recall it happening that often. So there you go, Thing, he takes down Dragon Man. So that was a pretty clean first encounter. And we'll go on to this next one. And on this one, we're going to use Captain America Infinity War. This is a rank 4 or 5-star. He's unawakened, but still an excellent counter for Dragon Man. You don't want to make him bleed, because Dragon Man, he doesn't look like it, but he is a robot. And you give him that extra power gain, and I think you can, if you give him a debuff that he is immune to, one of his abilities is that he will degen you. So yeah, you don't want to throw off your L1 with Cap. But with the kinetic potential, you can take care of that unstoppable if it happens to trigger, like right there. And so my goal here is just to parry heavy, get to an L2, and boom, smack him really good right there, and that pretty much takes him out. And I didn't have any kinetic potential or kinetic charges left, and so you can see I didn't remove the unstoppable, but I had just enough damage to take him out. And apologize for the background. There's some screaming 3-year-old that's almost acting like a little dragon. So anyways, so here we got our next attempt, and I think on this one I'm going in with Mr. Fantastic. I think maybe Torch, I can't remember. Yeah, it looks like it's Torch, and I do the pre-fight. Again, this is gonna end fast. Pretty much any Mystic champion with Torch and pre-fight, it ends well, and it ends quickly. And again, this is 6-star rank 3, so and can see I also did apply the Petrify and the Power buff, which really didn't need that, but the Dragon Man, he does get that power gain buff, and so that's just going to help mitigate some of that, and boom, he's dead. So really quick, and that's that. And the next one I'm pretty certain is a Mr. Fantastic attempt. I'm going to do apply the pre-fights, and the goal there is to just make sure I'm consistently knocking him down to refresh the debuffs. You know, Mr. Fantastic, he does a really good job. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna use a Mr. Fantastic here. So yeah, and also I do have She-Hulk on the team to go with Mr. Fantastic. And here, if you get knocked down, that will trigger unblockable by Dragon Man. So don't get hit. At least don't get knocked down by a special or a heavy like that. Yeah, with She-Hulk on the team, I get the power stings. So every time I place a debuff on Dragon Man, and this was applying for all the other fights as well. You applied that power sting, so there's some extra damage again there. I get knocked down by the L1. I do have unblockable, or no, the specials aren't unblockable because I applied the pre-fights. I was able to get out of that corner. You can see with willpower that disorient, and that's not the disorient debuff. I'm not sure what that other debuff was that got applied, but it helped heal back up the damage that I took. But yeah, so that's one nice thing with She-Hulk. You can also get it with Dr. Octopus, Sentry, and I think somebody else that's tech. You can get that synergy where you get the power stings, and it's really powerful because it even includes like the parry stun. So any debuff that you apply to the champion, you place an indefinite power sting, and yeah, so if they throw a special, they're gonna take that extra damage. And there you go, Mr. Fantastic takes down Dragon Man pretty easily. And for this last attempt, I think it's the last one, I do go in with She-Hulk. So let's see. Yeah, and my She-Hulk, she's awakened, but she's only rank 3 as a 5-star. So the damage is lacking until you can build up some Furies. But her utility is pretty excellent. She's got the Petrify, she's got the Slow. So really an excellent option to use against Dragon Man. I think for, you know, whether it's in some other event quest or Alliance War or whatever, and she's got those taunts with the Furies, and make sure you don't get smacked in the face like that. But here I'm just trying to do a lot of heavies to keep the Mr. Fantastic debuffs on, and you can see he's just going to keep throwing the specials, and I think I build up, just kind of cycle between L1s and L2s, keep the slow on, put extra Petrify on, and it's going to minimize the specials he can throw. And I probably could have been spamming, chaining the heavies in the corner, but yeah, I honestly don't use She-Hulk a lot. Hopefully I'll get her ranked up sometime soon. She's a great champ, but there's just Mystic and Science champs. I have just so many that I really want to rank up, but not the resources to do it. So we'll see one of these days. But yes, this She-Hulk, she's going to take him down. I took that damage at the beginning of the fight, but after that, I've been able to fight fairly clean, and she's going to finish him off here, I think, after this special or a couple of heavies. Oh yeah, and then there you can see that Power Sting synergy came into play and ended up killing Dragon Man. So those are the first 5, and there's one more, and I can't remember who I go in last. Who's new on the team? Oh, Void. So who did I drop? I dropped Cap, and I added Void. Void's also an excellent counter. Granted, you know, most Mystics, Void's going to dominate on, especially if they got the power gain, because you can get the Petrify and stop and potentially reverse that power gain or the heal. So we're going to go in. I applied the Mr. Fantastic pre-fights. Again, just really useful, just very good team synergy member. And, you know, although my Mr. Fantastics are rank 5, 565, you know, you get a minimum of 2. So long as he's alive, you get to start off with 2. And if you use him in a fight, you can build him up and get up to 5 stored. So just, you know, if there's a tricky fight on the line that can be helped with having like a Petrify or a Power Suppress debuff, he's a good option to put on the team. I really like Mr. Fantastic. He's almost max sig. He's at like sig 160. I'm not sure I'm being able to get him to 200 fast enough to where he'd actually make my top 5 prestige. I'm not sure. But anyways, this Dragon Man, he's almost down. I'm just consistently knocking him down to refresh the debuffs from Mr. Fantastic and do a little heavy chain, parry chain into an L1, and Dragon Man is down. So all pretty clean fights for a new champ. Yeah, who did you guys use? I went with all science against Mystic. There's also lots of other options, but thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.